Hey guys, welcome back to Comic Talk. Today we are. Oh, if you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, welcome back. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, all that great stuff. Now we got that out of the way, we're getting right into it. Arrow, Season 8, Episode 2. So I'm going to be talking about the show, so again, this is if you want to see my last episode that I did on Arrow, link will be in the description. And so yes. So I'm not going to be talking about the stuff where they go to the future with Arrow's daughter and John Diggle's son and all that stuff, and William and all that, because I don't really like that. I feel like it takes away from the episode. I don't like how it's just there and has no consequence with because it's in the future, so it has nothing to do with Oliver right now. It doesn't have anything to do with that. So I feel like it just takes away from the show, and that's why I'm not gonna really talk about it. If you like the feature stuff, then let me know in the comments down below. In the next episode, I will talk about it, but I'm not gonna really talk about it in this one. I feel like there's a lot going on in this episode. Forgive me if I keep looking down. I'm just looking at my phone to put a lot of stuff, a lot of the scenes down in the on my phone. So I just want to get more in depth on this episode because this is my favorite show in the Arrowverse. This one and Flash, and they're more leading into the crossover. What's gonna happen in the crossover? And if you want to see the episode I just did on Flash, again, link in the description below. So on this episode, Oliver wakes up back on his Earth. So he was last episode he was on Earth 2, and if you know that Earth 2 disappeared and they barely escaped, so he had to go back, and the monitor sent him back to his Earth, and he wakes up on his Earth with the monitor telling him that he shouldn't have what did it say? Interfered with Earth 2, so he shouldn't have talked to Tommy. He shouldn't have interacted with should have let all those people die and all that stuff. But so, and he's kind of making it seem like, oh, it's your fault that it's the Earth is gone. It's your fault that it's like that. So yeah. Let's see. There was rain from Dixon. So Oliver. So he's basically on missions with the monitor to prevent the crisis from happening. So Oliver's next mission is to bring Dr. Wong. So the monitor is saying, "Oh, I want you to bring Dr. Wong," and Oliver is asking him, "Oh, why?" He's like, "Just do it for me, all right? I I'm a cosmic being. You're a human. Just do what I ask." And with no explanation, Oliver's like, "I guess this is for me." So, and then John and Laurel both wake up in the same building, and then they come out, and then they're fighting this gang or whatever, and now they have to go see. Oh wait, no. So Laurel is wants to go back to Earth 2. She doesn't. Oliver tells her, "Oh, this is all Earth 2 is gone. There's no more Earth 2," and she doesn't believe it. She doesn't want to believe it because she's from Earth 2, and it's kind of hard to believe that your whole universe basically your whole universe is gone. It's no more. You can't go to the ones you loved and all those other people that you care about, and they're just gone from existence. Not dead, just gone from existence. So Laurel goes. So they're in Hong Kong, and they go, and Laurel goes on her own, and she to fix like the thing to go back to her Earth. She wants to see if she can go back to Earth. She thinks that Oliver's lying. She thinks that, oh, there's no way that my whole universe is gone. So John and Oliver go on their own mission. They're sticking to the mission to find Dr. Wong. So they go to this place to look him up and all that stuff. They find out he's a professor, and they're gonna go to the school. And then as soon as they're done looking him up, they go to they go outside and they find this gang just fighting them, and they almost lose except when Tatsu comes out of nowhere and she basically saves them. Tatsu, remember Tatsu? I think she was from season 3, I believe. AKA Katana. I'll put a picture right here for you guys to. I'll put a picture for right there for you guys to see who she is. And so they go to her headquarters basically, and Tatsu tells them that she is a vigilante and she's there and she's out of the order, all that stuff, and she's asking John and Oliver, oh, why are you in Hong Kong? And Oliver tells her about Dr. Wong and the crisis, and she knows about the monitor. She knows, I guess she's known about the monitor for a little bit, and she helps them find Dr. Wong, and then we cut to Laurel. We're going to her contact with when she was with Kate and James in season 6, I believe, and she's going to see if their her guy can like fix like the device that can take her to Earth 2. And lo and behold, John calls Lynn to help her out and all that stuff. Lynn, his wife, John Diggle's wife. Picture right there. So they find out that Dr. Wong is working with the Chinese government, and they are, they as in Tatsu, John, and Oliver, they find out that Dr. Wong is working with the Chinese government, so they're trying to track him down. But the triads are there as so they find out that he's working with the Chinese government, so they want to know what he's working on, and if they find out what he's working on, maybe they can track him down and all that stuff. But as soon as they're tracking, they finally track him down, and lo and behold, the triads are there to. They are there to you know, they want him as well. They don't know. We don't know exactly what he's working on just yet, but they want him as well. So that's bad news. And they ended up getting away with Dr. Wong. But lo and behold, to make matters worse, when they're tracking him down, Oliver's old villain, China White, is there helping, or she's the leader or whatever. She's there with the triads to foil his plans to get Dr. Wong, and that just makes matters worse, and then it's just a whole nother thing. And so the triads, they escape with Dr. Wong, and then after that, Tatsu was telling Oliver that he shouldn't just that she's seen it from before, like 9 years ago or whatever, when he was facing Ra's al Ghul and all that stuff. And if you remember that season, it was a good season. That's when we first got introduced to Katana and Tatsu, and but she's telling him that she shouldn't just believe what the monitor is saying. He shouldn't just blindly just go with whatever he's saying, and which is kind of true and all that stuff. But so Oliver's like, oh, if this is not true, if this is not why I'm doing it, a lot of people already made sacrifices. I left my family, Felicity, my kids, all that stuff, my old life behind. Diana, Renee, all of them. He left them behind to help the monitor so his family could live, and that's why he needs this to work, he says. So it's kind of an emotional scene where he's like, I want this to work, I need this to work, and you know, Tatsu just doesn't want him just to go blindly in and just fully hardly just trust what the monitor's saying. Maybe that he's lying, maybe he has an ulterior motive, maybe he has other stuff, which is true. So because he's not really letting on to Oliver what his plan is, why he's doing this, why he couldn't just snap his fingers and get Dr. Wong himself. We don't know why. We don't know who else is on his side and all that stuff. So, but yeah, so Oliver disagrees and telling him, oh, now that they're looking for, for what Dr. Wong was working on with the Chinese government to track him down to see maybe why the triads want him, why is he so important, why is he so important with the Chinese government, because he seems like a regular guy, but not a lot of regular people work for the Chinese government on a secret mission and all that stuff. So they're working on that to find out what he's working on. So then they go to a government facility where they find out what where he was working on the his secret mission and all that stuff, Dr. One's secret experiment and all that stuff. So they go to the government facility where he was working at. So they break into the facility, and Oliver finds out that he's working on a virus, the same virus that killed his that killed Tatsu's son, and that infected Hong Kong when Oliver first met her and all that stuff. So that's it's a weird one. Why does the Monitor want him? And that's why the Triad want Doctor Wand, maybe so he could recreate the virus, or maybe he could get it somehow, or that's why that the Triad want him. So then uh, Oliver and John and Tatsu try to set up a bait, so they're gonna try to get the virus and hand it over to China White, and then maybe within transferring to her, she's not. They're trying not to give it to her for real, but here they're trying to get it trying to get Dr. Wan out of their hands and all that stuff. And then we go back to with Felicity, Laurel, and then she's with her guy, and then he basically fixed the device because the device was broken. The device for her to go back to Earth 2. So she's trying to click it. She's trying to go back to Earth 2, and it's not working. He's like, oh, you can go to Earth 39, you can go to Earth 14, you can go to Earth this, Earth that, but you can't go to Earth 2. It's empty. There's no way you can just go back to Earth 2 because there's a shadow. It's not there. It's so she realizes that Oliver was right, and all of emotions just come rushing to her because basically she thought that there was hope. She thought that maybe there was a reason that Oliver was telling her that, but it just comes all at once, hitting her all at once, that her Earth is not there anymore. It's just not there, and it would be hard on anybody that your whole, basically everybody that you know, everybody that you love is gone. It's erased from existence, and that would just be hard on anybody. And she takes it kind of well for, but it's just very hard. It's all coming all to her at once. So let's see where we are at. So then we go to where they're gonna hand off the virus for Dr. Wong, but the plan is to get Dr. Wong and the virus and not give it to China White at all. But lo and behold, they start fighting, and Dr. Wong has a vest with a bomb on it. So then, and China White has like the detonator, and they go and they try to do the trade off, but then Oliver's like, oh, this was not part of the deal, and then they start fighting, and then China White just starts running off, and Tatsu's chase after China White, and then John chases after the virus. So then John gets the virus. Lila saves him from death or whatever, and he gets the virus, and then Tatsu is basically fighting China White, and she is she's losing the fight basically. And then she finally gets a detonator from China White, but then China White basically stabs her in the stomach, and then she's like kneeling down, and then China White has her dead to rights. She has a sword, about to cut her head off basically, and Laurel lands at the last second, right before China's gonna cut off Tatsu's head. She screams and then pulls her off, and then she saves Tatsu. So they got the virus, they got the detonator, they got Dr. Wong. And so they all meet up at the end and saying, what's the next thing? So Tatsu almost dies basically, and so Oliver's starting to think maybe it's not the best idea to pull all my cards. Maybe not I'll trust them all the way. So Oliver's wants to hold out on giving the Monitor Dr. Wong, and they're like, oh, so what's the next, what if we're gonna ask them some Oliver wants to ask the Monitor some questions like, oh, is this all necessary. What's the plan? What's this? What's that? And John's like, what if we don't like the answers? And Oliver's like, well, we'll have to go somewhere else and look for the answers, and we'll have to find our own way to prevent the crisis. Because he wants to know that if he's doing all these sacrifices, everybody sacrificed so much. A lot of people have died. A whole universe, Earth 2's universe, have just disappeared. So he wants to make sure that it's all for a good reason. It's all to prevent the crisis. So he's going to hold out on giving Dr. Wong to the Monitor. But lo and behold, big twist. Very, very big twist. We find out at the end of the episode that Lynn has been working with John Diggle's wife, has been working with the Monitor the whole time. And she's the one who gives Dr. Wong... Oh, wait, so... Before I get into that, Oliver wants to go seek... she goes to talk to Tatsu to apologize and all that stuff, and he's like, if I can't find the answers with the Monitor, if I don't find, the answers I like, he's planning on going to Nana Parbat, which is where the League of Assassins are. So he's gonna go back to where the League of Assassins are. And from the teaser for next episode, looks like Thea's gonna be in the next episode. We haven't seen her for like an entire season, so Thea's gonna be back in the loop and all that stuff. So he's planning to go back to Nana Parbat, which is where the League of Assassins are. But he is But we find out at the end of the episode that Lynn, John Diggle's wife, is working with the Monitor. It's just like, oh my goodness. She is working with the Monitor the whole time. And she ends up giving the Monitor Dr. Wong. And he's like, let the plan begin. He's like, he needs Oliver to continue to believe in his plan to prevent the crisis. So I don't know who the Monitor is, or who he is gonna fight in who's more powerful than the Monitor, because he seems like omnipotent already. He can just go in and out like Thanos. He just goes in a portal and leaves. So that's a big. So she's been working with the Monitor. I don't know how long she's been working with the Monitor. The whole time since Oliver, or I don't know when she started working with them. That's just a big twist in the episode. Oof, this is a big episode. This is a lot of stuff happening in the episode. I think I touched on everything. But again, I didn't... You're like, oh, he didn't talk about the future stuff. I'm not going to really talk about the future stuff, like with his daughter and all that stuff, because it's... I feel like it just takes away from the episode. I like how it's really not that big of a deal in the episode, where it's just little clips of it, but so I just want no future stuff, but they're already committed to it, so they have to keep going with it. But I think that it takes away from the episode. What do you guys think? Do you think it takes away from the episode? Do you think it adds to the episode? Do you like the future stuff? Do you not like the future stuff? Let me know in the comments down below. So I just again, this is a very good episode. Again, one of so far my favorite episodes from Arrow. So this is better than Black Lightning, Batwoman, Flash, Supergirl. So I think Arrow, and I think this is the best series so far. And there's only 2 episodes in, and I feel like this is the best one so far, because this one is leading to the crossover, and so is Flash. So I think Flash and Arrow are the ones, my main concern on leading into the crossover. But I love this episode. I give this episode an A. So did you guys like the episode as much as me? I'm excited, if you can tell, for this episode, and for the crisis. So if you like this episode, please give it a like. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. It would help me out a lot. I'll be very thankful if you just subscribe, like this video, comment down below. And so this was a great episode. Oof. So next week I'll be reviewing everything again. So again, this is a continuation on this channel where I just watch every episode, like Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Batwoman, Black Lightning, all those leading up to the crossover. If you want to see me do something different on the channel, leave it down in the comments section below. Again, like, subscribe, comment down below. Love you guys, and I will see you guys next week.